San Francisco.
One of the most legendary male vocalists of all time, Tony Bennett, has passed away. So far, there's no official cause of death, but the 96-year-old was diagnosed with Alzheimer's back in 2016. Bennett sang countless American classics. Because of you, there's a song in my heart. The Good Life, Rags to Riches, My Foolish Heart, and the list goes on and on. He also did a duet, as we remember, album with Lady Gaga back in 2014 that really catapulted him back into the spotlight and brought some of his music to a whole new generation and legion of fans. Bennett won 20 Grammy Awards, among many other achievements. He also served in the U.S. Army during World War II. And our next guest is also a legend and legion of fans. Bennett won 20 Grammy Awards, among many other achievements. He also served in the U.S. Army during World War II. And our next guest is also a legendary singer, songwriter, actor, show host, entertainment. I mean, he's done it all, folks. He's done it all. Pat Boone, great to see you, sir. Welcome to the show. Thanks so much for coming on.
Hey, great to be with you. And amazingly, at this moment when we're beginning to mourn the death of Tony Bennett, who was a dear friend of mine. And the only thing you need to say about Tony Bennett is Frank Sinatra claimed that Tony Bennett was the best singer in the business.
That's right.
That's all you need to know. But he and I were good friends. And of course, he had Lady Gaga, and I eat Goo Goo candy bars. It's not the same thing.
Well, I know you guys worked together, you and Tony Bennett. He was on your show, among other incredibly legendary performers and singers. So you guys had a relationship. You went back together.
Yeah. Yes, and I recorded I Left My Heart in San Francisco, and I appeared in the same club in the Fairmont Hotel in San Francisco where he first introduced the song.
Wow.
And Tony, as always, was very complimentary about my version of his song. But of course, nobody could match him, and nobody can match Sinatra. Yeah. These are legends, truly legends.
Well, nobody can match you either. And I want to get your thoughts. And having said that, I want to get your thoughts about the controversy over the Jason Aldean country song. He's taken some backlash on this. You know, he's talking about a small town, and he uses clips from some of the BLM, riots, and, in that song. You said something recently that I thought was good. You said that the controversy over this song is really indicative of the moral sickness in this country. What do you mean by that when you're talking about try that in a small town?
Yeah. What we're calling wokeism is really whackism. It's insanity. It's programmed insanity. It's willful ignorance. It's incredible stuff that children should be able to know the difference if their parents will only let them use their own intelligence instead of letting them be subjected to all these preposterous proposals to change their gender. And all this stuff is insane, and we're letting it happen, and it's coming on us in such profusion, and we've become, I use another word, weakism. We're weak morally and intellectually to let things that are stupid suddenly become popular and then become almost necessary. And the government and business is actually kowtowing to the gay pride situation. If you don't have a rainbow flag and you don't let all your advertisement reflect it, then you're going to pay a price. And so everybody is kowtowing, and it's weakism. It's not just wokeism.
Yeah, and I looked at the lyrics to the song, and it's so tame. I mean, it really is compared to some of the other music that's out there. And everybody, you know what I'm talking about. Everybody knows what I'm talking about when you're talking about gangsters and drug dealing and murder. I mean, this is so tame, and it's just making a point about small town America. And you also wrote a song called "Can't We Get Along" that also featured news clips back in 2020. So,
even more. I use more of those even than Jason, and that song went viral. I didn't have a record company to back it, and it went viral, and it is calling for sensibility in the midst of the riots. We show police actually praying, kneeling and praying with protesters. We see a white policeman comforting a black woman.
Yeah, we're seeing that right now, right? Yeah, it was a great song and a great message. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
It needs to come back again. I hope it'll become a sequel to his, because his is wonderful. It's absolutely, it should be winning awards. And of course, he is the winner in it all because his song is a big runaway #1 hit.
Number one.
To the consternation of all of his critics.
How about
his
that?
Critics
yeah, go ahead.
His critics should be silenced and in shame, including Sheryl Crow, unfortunately. Wonderful singer, but what in the world she was talking about, as if crime isn't happening in the smaller towns too, but it's not nearly as profuse as in the big cities.
Yeah. And real quick about songs.
I have recorded 2,600 songs in a multiple genres, and the latest is Grits, which is a country staple, and it came to me in a dream. Grits, bestest food there is, country caviar. What a definition of grits. And Tennessee foie gras. When was the last time you heard those words in a country song?
That's right. And you got pretty girls dancing and the Muppets too. So, you know.
Yeah, it's all over the country. And here I am at 89 with a big hit just at the time when nobody's buying records.
Yeah, I love it. We love it. I mean, I love your version of Quando, Quando, Quando. You know, Quando, Quando. When will you be mine?
Did you know I wrote those words?
I did not know that. I was looking that up. I absolutely love that song. There's so many that you've done in your catalog. And by the way, my wife and I, Sarah and I, saw you in Israel a couple years ago. Danny Moss, our friend, invited us, and of course we have a mutual friend, Milt Suchin. So you were fantastic.
I wrote the second Jewish national anthem, as you know. I wrote the words to Exodus. This land is mine. God gave this land to me. The second Jewish national anthem, and I wrote it on the back of a Christmas card, which is now on the wall of the Righteous Gentile at Yad Vashem.
That's right.
Been there. In tribute. Yeah. And I mean, these moments in my life don't get the news most of the time, but they're so significant, and God's just blessed me. And of course, I have a new book called If, and it really addresses so much of what we're going through now, because it's based on the premise that I have discovered. Not one promise of God in the Bible comes without this word, if. If my people will humble themselves and pray and seek my face, turn from their wicked ways, I'll hear from heaven and bless their land. If they don't, you need to read the rest of the scriptures about what God says is going to happen to those who don't remain a country under God.
That's right.
And we're becoming less a country under God.
We're getting away from that. Great point. Pat Boone, the legend, thank you so much, sir. It's been an honor. Really enjoyed the conversation. Thanks so much for coming on. Great to see you.
Thank you. We crammed a lot in. Thanks.
I appreciate it. Thank you.